Jeanette.
Hi, everybody. I'm Shelowann, a piece of Herbalist Mediumship School.
Hi there, I'm Jeanette from Joyful Jeanette.
She hesitated. You hesitated. And I'm Adele Marie of Angelic Wise Ones. And welcome to Spirit Talk Time.
Hi.
Welcome.
You hesitated. She went.
I thought I was gonna. I thought I was gonna mush it all together.
I know, because
And
you're
I
adding
was-
something new for the fact that you have a website. I know.
You just made it
Right.
perfect.
It's called.
Oh,
And your
thank
website's
you.
called.
Joyful Jeanette.
Right.
Yes.
Such a
Yeah.
lovely
Well,
name.
you know what I was actually deciding too. That was part of it, all at the same time, and then it came out.
Right.
Do I say, Jeanette, I'm the spirit artist from Joyful Jeanette, or do you just say the Joyful Jeanette? So then it all just was like,
Right.
yep. But I like how you said that. That makes
Yeah.
sense. That actually makes it work.
All right. So
Good.
yeah. So congratulations getting your new website up.
Thank
Congrats.
you very
Yeah.
much.
It actually does
Very
look really,
pretty.
really nice.
It's very pretty.
Right.
Check it out.
The colors
I think
are nice.
I think we all have nice websites.
We do.
I like yours too.
Thank you.
And yours is?
PDHMS.com, Piece of Herbalist Mediumship School.
How easy can it get? PDHMS.com. Yeah.
Wow.
I know, right?
Yeah.
And I don't remember nothing. Okay. And then Angelic Wise One. So it's really good. Want to say hello to the ladies back here for with Brooke, Linda, Karen, and Yuridia.
Yay! Welcome back, Linda.
Even though we're filming this and stuff, these girls still have a lot of work to do because they still have the cameras, the lights, and then they have the interaction with us. Keep us on track and stuff, right?
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right.
So, I was talking with Rainbow, and Rainbow Butterfly is my joy guide. I was talking to her, and I said, okay, Rainbow, it's nice and raining here in Maryland. And what do you think tonight should be all about? And she says, look, she got that look.
Oh.
And she says, it should be about what spiritual development is all about. Yeah.
That goes right along with rain.
Then she
Right?
brought and
Clearing
she,
out the crap.
Right.
Healing.
Well, and it is like when somebody sits there and they have a spiritual awakening, or when they have so many questions because things are going on in their lives, And I have a lot of clients that come in, we do readings, and they come in and they're just, and I can see it all around that they're like opening up and everything, and it's like, oh, we need to talk about your development. And so that's lots of fun for me, of course. But then what it's like to be actually in a mediumship development class, a spiritual development class, because that's
Yes.
your next steps, right?
Yes.
Once you start noticing things and you're talking, and some people are like, you're crazy and nuts, but you look for like-minded individuals,
You do.
and then they find us. These
Yeah.
beautiful faces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about mine
Right.
when I first started.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was great.
It's kind of cool in one
Yeah,
way.
it was lovely. Yeah.
Because it's like putting the answers to the puzzle, some of the puzzle pieces.
Mm-hmm. And
You
it
know.
and it made sense.
Yeah.
Everything just fit.
And it started to click.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right?
Yes.
Spiritual development isn't the easiest thing in the world.
I'd say it's not easy.
Nope. It's
Right.
not.
Why do you think it's not easy?
One word.
You have to be honest.
syllables.
You have to be honest with yourself, and we don't want to do
Begins
that
with an
sometimes.
F, ends with a T.
What is
Ends
that?
with a-
Fight.
Oh, right.
That's right.
What was
Faith.
that word this year?
What?
What?
This year, revolution.
Oh, yeah.
Revolting against your own self in a way.
Well, yeah, the revolutions, and it's the God year, So it really is having, revolting within yourself, going against your ego and, your alter ego and everything, and then outside, in the world. Yes.
Right.
Yeah. So development, like if you did not start a spiritual development or a mediumship development class, where do you think you'd be?
I thought about
Lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You thought about it?
that. Mm-hmm.
What
Well, I
happened
can
with
make
that?
it. I can make a joke. Okay, my joke is. You want to hear my joke?
Okay.
Uh-oh.
What is
Oh man, I say to my guides, I'd be laying in the street with a bag and a bottle, going, "Somebody help me, Jesus!"
it? Yeah, it wouldn't be
Can't be
pretty.
that bad. Sorry, I just when I feel bad, I'm a bad.
I don't know, because a lot of
I don't
times
know.
people, they do have those conversations and they're lost.
It wouldn't be pretty.
Right. They don't know which direction to go.
Because to me it's exciting. I would put it this way: to me, in the beginning, it was the beginning for a long time, and it was a lot of exciting things.
Mhm.
So it's exciting and fun to me.
Very
But
much so.
Yes, right?
Yeah.
So then, but then when you start going, it's so not what you thought it was when you started.
It's so not.
No.
And then you're like, oh well, yeah, I'll come back check. But then you're like, but I have, but and
What?
it's
What?
that,
What's
yeah.
that? There's always
And
work
then-
to do. What?
Yeah, and you
Never ending
you don't
journal
want to leave,
forever?
you do want to leave, but you don't want to leave, and there you go, that fight, pull,
Oh, yeah.
you know, like.
I love it. I could start out with a class of 30, and within 3 weeks, it's down to, like 15. And then another 3 weeks, it's down to 12, and then it can go down to 9.
I remember that.
Because you're going into it thinking, I'm going to get all the answers, and I'm going to go out there, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that. And then you find you have responsibilities.
Yeah.
Like, you have a relationship to cultivate here.
The more you learn, and the more you awaken, you have more responsibilities.
Yes.
And you cannot ignore them. Because
No.
you have the knowledge and you have the education, so I mean gosh, it's just not pretty when you're not responsible. And when you're supposed to be.
Right.
When you become aware, you can't really go back because it's kind of there.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of in your face anyway. And then, but what I saw, and I've seen it myself and experienced it myself, where you think when that person is coming to a place where they're going to go through something, and they're running the other way, but I understand that. But if you would just
so do
give
I.
it, you're right. But at the time, you don't get it. But it's just like, it's such an interesting place to be in because you really do want to just go, forget this because
Right.
I don't feel good right now and I should feel better. Why am I
Right.
feeling bad? But
Well-
if you would just take that next step, and it's hard to do that.
Right.
It really is.
Especially when everybody around you, most of the people around you are outside of your circle, are doing the exact opposite, or they're wilding out,
Yes.
doing whatever the heck they want.
Yes.
And you're like, why the heck can't I do that? No, I got to be responsible.
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's just, if you really want to do it and do it the right way, yes, because in any form of development class, spiritual or metaphysical, mediumship, you're learning trust. I always sit there and say that's your biggest thing you're going to learn, trust. Then you have to learn what to do with your faith, right? Because faith is going to lead you the way, and honesty. And stuff. So, because yes, you really do have to, like, it's a spiritual awakening that sits there and says, like, come on, dummy, like, there's something else going on in this world, and that's why you're here,
I like
so
that. Come on, dummy.
Right.
Just join the rest of us.
Right,
We're just trudge through this. We'll get there. Right?
But yeah, and so the hardest thing is because fear's there, and we've been taught through society's conditioning all about fear since the moment we're born, even though sometimes people say it's about love. No, you're taught about fear.
No.
I
I don't think this world knows what love is.
No, they don't know what love is.
They know fear, though.
Right. So, but it is learning how to trust. And the it's not just, trusting yourself, but it's trusting the people around you. You're all going through it at the same time. Everybody's the same. You're in there. I don't care if one person can hear things and the other person says, well, I can't hear, but I think I see things. Everybody has their own uniqueness, but it's developing all those different clairs, all those different senses, to see where your forte lies, with all this.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like being lost in a jungle and trying to find your way out. And you get a little bit further the further you get along on your journey.
Right.
Or being in fog, and then the fog is lifting.
I
Well, the veil
like
is lifting.
the way you're putting that.
Yeah.
And the
Just
one
gotta
thing
keep working.
you said it enough times, and thankfully, it's
Which
finally
one?
it's finally coming back in. It's finally popping back in now. That feeling of if I try to meditate or try to do something in it, and I feel like nothing's happening, and yet remember, every time you're working through, you're going to that next place, and then that next place, and it just keeps going. It doesn't get. And I remember, I still used to think, I did. Oh, you're just gonna get there. Done. Okay, that's good. What are we doing now?
Oh, I've had, believe me, I've had a
I
lot of
did.
students
Why
over
wouldn't I
the
think
years.
that?
Yes.
I'm doing it now.
They'll take
I'm done.
classes for like 3 months, and then they'll be sitting there going, okay, I'm done, I'm out of here, and I'm going to go do my thing.
Yeah,
and
you
and
do
what they
feel like that.
find, and they do, they go out and they try to get clients and stuff, and then they find themselves tripping, and then they're like, then they kind of like, I don't want to say make things up, but they kind of make things up to sit there and like struggle and get along, but they're still learning, and that's the biggest thing they don't remember is you're constantly learning all the time. Just because you think you've advanced to this part, like like you just said, you're at the bottom of the totem pole now, and you're going to be starting all over on that level to take yourself up to the next one.
But it's also but it's a good reminder though to keep reminding as you're going through it, because otherwise, And I don't think I'm
you
alone
walk
in this.
away.
You think that you lost it, you forgot it,
Yes.
What happened? I must have messed up. I mean, of course, that's where the first place.
Well,
our
yeah,
mind
because
goes,
you've already
you know.
acclimated to everything that's right there, that first level. Now you got to acclimate to the second level. Yes. And then to the next level. And then that next level. And then that next level.
Or like,
and then the next level.
It's
And then that next
it
level.
doesn't end.
It's a never ending.
It doesn't
You know?
end.
And think about it. Would you really want it to end? Because your energy is constantly moving and changing and shifting and you know, blossoming and growing. Would you want to sit there and stop?
well,
Not with the
when
way
you
you guys
say it,
wanna
when you say
stop.
it like
Not
that,
with the way things
No.
are set up.
yeah.
Boring.
No,
It
because-
would be nice to have a little bit longer break than I seem to get.
But see, people do take that break because all of a sudden they'll stop meditating, they'll stop journaling.
Yeah.
And they're just, and next thing you know, they're zeroed in on GOT, Games of Thrones. You know?
Oh Lord.
Or they're zeroed in on something else,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And hey, no
Could be
biggie there.
anything.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but they do. They start backpedaling and they take a break for a while. And then they sit there and go, I don't know why this is happening to me. Like, you know, life's like really sucking right now. Well, have you meditated lately? Have you journaled? Oh, no? Oh, sorry, me. You know, I don't know what's going on then, right? So, but yes, people do take that break. But I've fired students out of class and students have left because, like I said, they believe they already know everything, or they get to the point that you're getting to, that you keep talking about.
And
They
they
get
can't
to the
handle
point where they're just, their whole life is breaking down. You know, they have been doing some of the stuff. And then they're just like, oh, I can't do this. I got to leave, you know? Mm-hmm. Well, they're running from it, and they're going to constantly run from it, and they're going to end up, again, coming back. The universe is going to sit there and put them
And
back,
that's the part I don't
you
like.
know, one day, and they're
like.
going to sit there and say,
Wow.
oh, I should have sat there and
She said
finished
she
with
doesn't
this.
like it. Wow.
I don't like what
for
you said
yourself
because-
or
yeah,
just
I
in
wouldn't want to
general?
go through that, and that I frustrate my own self with just what you just said because I know that's what will happen, and yet so it's like no, I wouldn't want that to happen.
Right. That's
Because
why
you
you
know
stay-
you're going to end up if you walk away at some point or I don't know, do something different.
Well, that's why you stay in it.
That's why I say
you keep-
extra prayers every day.
And you do what
Extra
you
prayers.
keep doing
Right.
what you need to do.
You know, and
See, energy never stops. And if they really learned anything in their development, they understand that part. That energy never stops. Energy is constantly
always
moving,
changing.
constantly changing,
It's
shifting,
never
growing.
still.
Right. It's just like the world around us. You know, it's everything's constantly changing all the time. As soon as you're moving on with life, and you're like, all right, this is good. Whoop, something else comes along. You know, so that's why it's called development. You know, you're constantly developing yourself, but there's nothing wrong with as you're in development, just like you ladies have done. Okay, and then once you get to a certain part, then yes, you are still developing. But now you've got your business going, and now you've got connections going, and you've got some clients, and you're utilizing your authority and everything that you've learned, to help and assist others that are out there.
That's dope.
Yeah, right? Isn't that cool?
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Thanks, Brooke. I like that.
I know, right?
I'm pretty cool too. Thank
You are.
Yes, you are.
Brooke. You are.
So, how many times have you guys given up?
Oh,
Every day.
I don't know.
Every day.
Too many to count.
Yeah.
Too many to count.
Yeah.
Aw. You guys have been great, though. And you've really been...
I didn't answer that.
I know she's
Yeah.
think you.
I'm like,
You tripped
how
her
many
up with that
times did I throw
question.
stuff across the
And
room or-
she threw it out. You asked the question. I'm
No.
like, I ain't even
Wait
think
a
about that
minute,
because I
let me
can't
see.
tell you
There's-
like hundreds of thousands
Hold up.
of times.
There's this one
in a year
that saves me all the time. I just know it. Thank you for it. Sometimes I thank you, Rainbow
Right.
and Chief, for your prayers, Lord. Yes, because to help, because I'm sorry, it's going to happen. How could it not? How could it not?
Right.
Thanks.
What's
Thanks
gonna
for
happen?
saying that.
What's gonna happen?
That you're going to have trouble. I mean, that you're going to get stuck.
I'm just
and,
making sure
you
I'm
know.
still with.
But
you.
when you get stuck, what
Okay.
do you think that really is all about?
I know. It's something you got to look at and everything.
or you're just fighting yourself,
Right.
or fear, which is fear.
You guys hear that? That
Fear
thunder?
of success.
Yeah.
I love that thunder. Yes.
Fear. It's fear.
It's
It's
fear
fear,
because-
of success because I mean, what else is there? If you've already been through the muck and everything, and you're elevating yourself. I mean, why not keep elevating yourself? So it's like, oh, I'm just gonna you're gonna keep elevating, but no, I want to fight myself because I don't want to elevate anymore. But you really do. But it's like I don't know.
It is a fear of success. I love that.
It is. It's also
battle
you're in
yourself.
the unknown.
Yeah.
You're in the unknown too, though.
Yeah.
And when your whole life
What do you mean? The
Well,
unknown?
Because you're in the unknown of you're doing new now. You're doing new now. You're living a different
And
way.
that brings in that fear.
Okay, that's like
bit.
being
I know
naked.
fear, right? And I know fear is
And vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's all new. It's constantly new, which is energy changing and everything. And
Right,
moving,
because
but
you have to
but
sit
it's a
there,
new way of
who
living.
you are,
Yeah.
and you have to do it.
it's a new
Nobody
way.
can do for you.
And that's the other thing too. Accepting the fact that you have to do it.
Right.
Nobody's gonna rescue you. You know,
Right.
nobody's gonna come out and say, "Ooh," you know, hold you and wipe your
Right.
tears and stuff. You have to do it.
Right, you just
Period.
right.
They're not. Where's Mama? Mama.
No.
That's your dude with the boat.
Yeah.
Okay. No, it's not.
Good
What?
answer.
Yeah, good answer. About time. About time. Good
What?
job. Good job.
You guys think no?
Yes.
Let's not do that.
Yes.
No.
Yes. But you're right, because you get to that certain part where, you do backlog because it's all up to you, and then you're actually, because as you're going through development, then you're actually looking at all your relationships with everybody around you as you're creating your relationships with your spirit guides and your angels and your loved ones in spirit, You're creating a much larger relationship with them, and you're noticing the relationships you have with everybody around you, and is that something I really want to continue in life, or what, right?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
sometimes we like to hold on to something we really shouldn't hold on to,
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Like a lot.
I'm practiced at that.
right? So like it's almost like, okay, that's my what is that life vest, the life
It's a blanket.
preserver.
It's a daggone blanket.
It's like, throw it to me please now.
Who has a blanket in Charlie Brown?
Linus,
Linus.
right?
Yes.
Linus.
Linus? Okay.
And I believe it's
Wait a
Linus.
minute.
yes.
Not only does he have a blanket, I think it needs to be washed. On top of that.
Well, I wasn't going there.
I mean,
No,
yeah.
I think
him?
no. That's
him.
Pigpen.
Oh, okay.
He
Sorry.
He walks around
Yeah.
like
Sorry.
with his own dirt cloud.
Okay, got
Yes.
him mixed up.
Yeah. So and everything. But is that when?
Did I just hear bells?
I know.
Yes.
That's your
Oh,
phone.
it is. You can cut it off.
Woo!
Okay,
Shell's
thank
phone
you.
is lit.
Sorry about that.
She had lit up. You
I
think
never
that
turn it
spirit's sitting
on.
there like
Maybe so.
saying, "Hello, this is your lifesaver over here."
Yeah, really.
I can cut away now, and stuff. But here's a cool thing: when you just keep going and you just keep going, and man, you got to have that faith to know that the journey that you're on, the path that you're walking, is taking you right where you need to be, right? And how does it feel continuing that journey? I mean, I can tell you how I feel, but how do you guys feel?
Yeah.
What?
I keyed.
I go back and forth. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Why?
For the
Because
same
you're
re-
walking the
same-
journey, you're walking
same-
the path,
The same stuff we just talked about.
but it's not bringing you any type of
It
like.
does. It does. I know I'm not the same person that I was
Right.
many years ago, and
But it doesn't uplift you.
yes, yeah, it does. Yeah, still have to
Okay.
do work though.
Well,
Have to do
yeah, it's
work.
a constant
You
work,
have to
but
constantly
like,
like cleanse and clear and be in the right mindset and don't be distracted so much and all that stuff.
but what I'm saying is, you're walking your journey. You're doing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like yes, it's constant work. Like, I remember somebody texted me one time saying you work too hard, and I was like, but I have to.
Yeah, and
But it's very rewarding. I know as a teacher, it's rewarding when you see your students, like, you see a click and you say, oh, and you see them progressing and you see them growing and stepping into their authority.
And I will say that there is an immense satisfaction in knowing what I am to be doing, because there are a lot of people out there that don't know,
Right.
and they question and they are floundering and going in circles and stuff. It's nice to know that.
Right.
That feels good.
Yeah. You got quiet. What's going on?
Go back to the question.
How does it make you feel like you're doing what you're supposed to be doing? Okay, you're putting your stuff together. You just got a new website and stuff up. How does that make you
That's
feel?
exciting.
It's a combination of what you said. It's very exciting, and I it's like what have I been told before? Mind over matter, heart over mind. I have to remind myself, like, to not let distractions get in my way and to keep going forward. But I still see myself getting pulled back, and it's all new. I'm sorry, I lived a certain way for a long, long time. So it's like, yes, I still struggle with that. Am I excited about it? Are you
I was going to say,
kidding
what
me?
happened to my question, guys?
Are you kidding me?
You're doing what you're supposed to be doing. How do you guys feel? You know, like you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. You've been learning, you've been developing, and you're stepping your foot out and stuff. How's it feel? I mean, we're working on a book, a collaboration book right now. You know, how's like, yeah, it might be like, oh crap, I got like, what am I going to write and stuff. But man, when that's out there,
Yeah, that's exciting.
you know, it's
I get to
isn't it
say I get to
exciting?
write what I want to, what I would like to write, and the way that I would like to write it in a passionate manner.
right.
And I'm excited now because I know what I'm going to write about.
Okay.
So
Yeah, that's exciting.
Okay, but I thought
okay.
this brand new website and stuff was exciting too.
It
'cause
is.
It's showing you moving forward
and your branding
and your
is
journey
just,
and your path.
Your branding is
I would-
awesome. Joyful Jeanette. That's
Oh,
I love
thank
that.
you.
Yeah.
When I did it when it was time to do it, it flowed and that was cool because it made sense. You know, I wasn't running into. You know, I always say in my mind, I was like, when in doubt, go with that. If I'm forcing it, and it did flow, which made me feel good.
Mm-hmm.
It's time to do this. I'm impatient.
Can I say it again?
Yeah, what's your question again?
We're not answering your question.
No, are they answering my question?
You're asking,
or maybe I'm just
is
like
this
not
exciting?
getting here.
Is it where we are?
Like,
is it
you know,
exciting?
when you're sitting there and we're telling people about development, but they also want to know the end journey. Well, the journey's never going to end, one.
Right.
But as you're going along and you've been developing, and next thing you know, you're stepping forward and you're doing these things. How does it feel? You got a brand new website that's
It
out
feels
there.
free.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
amazing.
it
It feels free.
Right?
Yes.
It's amazing.
It feels
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's empowering.
It's
Step by
yeah,
step, it's
thank
empowering. Okay, sorry.
It's that prana breath.
Take that stuff out. We gotta edit that. All right.
I think people should see
Yeah,
that
great.
because they
All
can
right.
relate.
No, but it feels empowering. It feels empowering. It feels empowering. It's exciting to do things as a group too, for all of us, because that then is almost like a domino bouncing off of each other.
Right.
Then actually then helps even more people, which is really really cool.
Right.
Because that's what we want to do in the first place.
That's
anyway.
why I think that
And
book's
then-
really cool.
So,
And then the
yeah.
fear,
Book
and then the
series.
fear comes in because you're finally out there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
Yes.
I mean.
Yes. Right.
It does,
So
and then it's
doing
like out
things-
there. All right, and I would
So,
say, I
doing
built
things
I
you
built
haven't
it.
done before.
They
Right. So
should
now,
come.
you've reached that level. Now you're on the bottom of the next level, and then you're going to be working to get back up on top of the next level. See? So that's what it's about. It's the same thing as your development. The same thing is like when you're in a relationship. To me, you know, you go into a relationship on one level. You're developing together.
Right. No,
You're
that's
learning
true.
together. You're
Yep.
like, you know, does he, you know, pick his nose, or
Yeah.
do you like cough too much? Like you cackle when you laugh and stuff. So and then you get a point after those 90 days that you can go up to the next level, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
So see, it's
It's called a level up.
right.
Level up.
You
I
know?
like that.
Yeah. So so good. I hope this has helped you guys. So welcome to your mediumship spiritual journey. And you're going to have lots of questions. Everybody always has questions, don't they?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's going to be times when you're going to want to beat everybody else up around you because you're like, oh my gosh, I can't take no more. But in the end, in the long run, you just meet some great people and you discover yourself and you discover how great you are. And then you find the things that you've always loved all your life and you get to walk forward in it and you get to enjoy it and you get to have fun with it, you know, and stuff. So yeah, right?
True. Yeah.
Yeah. So just like being here together with all of us, you know, it's an accomplishment in the journey and the path that was laid down. So I just want to say thanks for being here.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah. Until next time, we'll see you around. And don't forget, Girl Talk at Spirit Talk Time.
See you soon.
All right. Take care.